Yo, what's up? My name's Retro Pat. I'm on about 4 hours of sleep. It's time to play some Dungeon Defenders. Good morning, good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. It's nice to see the tavern back to normal. It was cool to have it changed temporarily for the spooky season, fall and Halloween, but honestly, it's nice for it to be changed back. It's definitely hard to beat the classic Dungeon Defenders tavern look. I feel like they just absolutely nailed it with all the details and the vibe in here. But we're not just here for details. We are here for progress. We're Dungeon Defenders players. We want to see the number go up. So today, I'm doing another survival map, okay? I think that this is literally the most important, easily the most important, and my favorite Dungeon Defenders achievement is going for that survival, it's like Transcendent Survival, something like that. We can actually go check the achievements in-game. Transcendent Survivalist. This is the most important achievement in all of Dungeon Defenders. Whether it's a physical achievement in game or just something personal, like if this didn't exist, I would still do this, probably up to Glitterhelm Cavern, maybe not City in the Cliffs. So I do have to actually do City in the Cliffs, which I didn't realize, and I'm not familiar with that map at all. Well, I think I did it once, I guess, right? So that'll be an interesting one. That'll be a spooky one once I finally get to that. We'll have to just get to that when we get to that, I guess. But I don't even see well, it's kind of funny. I don't even see a nightmare option for it. So maybe I don't have to do this? I don't know. That's kind of weird. I just realized that. Maybe, do I have to beat the map on survival first to be able to unlock it on Nightmare? I don't know. We'll get to that when we get to that. But today is about the Throne Room, which is a really, really cool map, and I haven't played the Throne Room in a super long time. This is a fantastic excuse to jump into it. I am going to do mixed mode Nightmare Survival, so it's going to be quite tough. I also want to get out all my characters once I actually get my things set up, because I am always pleasantly shocked by the XP gained from these maps. My second biggest goals, I think I have 2 massive goals left in Dungeon Defenders. I know that might make a lot of you sad to hear, and I know it makes me sad too, and I'm sure that I'll play Dungeon Defenders more in the future. But I want to be honest with you guys. I think that after I achieve these next 2 goals, it might be time to at least shelf the series for a while. And I hope you guys can understand. I know a lot of people subscribe to me for Dungeon Defenders, and I love this game so much. I think it's literally one of the most, it is the most underrated game of all time. I think it's amazing, beautiful, well-designed, aesthetically pleasing, fun to play, great time for everybody. You can teach it to, it's a family-friendly game for the most part, which is kind of cool to see. It's not like, make it or break it, but it's an extra plus, plus points. But I think it's time to move on a little bit. I think it's time to try other things. For me, 2024 was a lot of grinding. And I like grinding. Don't get me wrong. I play mostly grindy games. But 2023 was different. And I think I like to just kind of shake it up year in and year out might be the play. So, for example, we're going to do I need electric auras here? I don't think so. For example, in 2023, I played a bunch of games. Actually, sorry, I'm going to move these back, actually. In 2023, I played a bunch of games for the first time. I started exploring the Xbox One library, which is not something I was really interested in previously, but I wanted to play like Doom 2016 and all these different games, and Rage 2. There was a few games that I wanted to explore and give a shot. And I did, and it was a lot of fun. It was cool to play a game for 10 to 30 hours, maybe less, maybe like 6 to, it depends on the game, right? Play a storyline, and then put it down and move on, and like have that as like an accomplished thing. In 2022, I played a ton of games. I played like Borderlands 1 and 2 and the pre-sequel, from start to completion. I played Gears 1 and 2. I went back and I played a bunch of these. I'm a massive fan of Xbox 360 era masterpieces. There are so many games from that era that I still haven't played. The BioShock franchise, the Mass Effect franchise, I have to play like Dead Space 2. I've played Dead Space 1. I've played Gears of War 1 and 2, but not Gears of War 3. There's so many beautiful games to explore. And as much as I love beautiful games like old school RuneScape, games like Pokemon, games like Magic the Gathering, games like Dungeon Defenders, these games all have very similar vibes to me, because these games could all be the only game you play, right? These games are so intense. They are so like life consuming that it could be all you play. There's so much depth to them, right? And I like that a lot of the time, but I think I have too many games like that right now is my biggest problem. And I think it's about time I switch up my schedule and switch up my and this is subject to change. We'll see, but I think this is the plan heading into 2025 is I want to focus more on game reviews. I want to focus more on making high detailed, in-depth projects. I want to go back and finish I was working on a Call of Duty Finest Hour and kind of like a Call of Duty retrospective on the storylines, because I think the Call of Duty storylines are one of the most forgotten, beautiful things in video games. They were so good back in the day, and now they're just totally, you know, not that they're bad, but they're just forgotten, right? I think there's a lot to explore there. And I want to go re-experience old titles that I loved with a new, more aged brain lens, more experienced lens, as well as go play new games that I've never played before. I've never played the Ratchet and Clank series. I've never played Jack and Daxter. These are games that I've slowly picked up and acquired over the years in physical forms, and I haven't had the time to play them. And that's the ultimate, you know, adult paradox. Oh, now we finally have some disposable income to play some video games, but now we spend all of our time making disposable income, so we can't play those video games. So hopefully 2025, I get through a little bit more of my catalog and focus a little more on general retro video game. If that's not your cup of tea, I super get it. I always tell people, never feel like you have to watch my videos. Never, ever, just because you feel out of guilt or out of whatever. If you're just here for Dungeon Defenders, feel free to, I mean, I'm not going to, you know, I'll probably come back to it, and I'll talk about Dungeon Defenders in the future, and we still have many, many episodes left. This is not the goodbye, right? We still have many episodes left, at least minimum of like 5 or 6, probably more than that. So we'll see. I don't want to probably talk about this way too soon, too much depth, but I don't know. I like to yap. What I'm trying to say is, if you don't want to watch videos that aren't meant for you, if you want to unsubscribe for the channel for whatever reason, because it's just not your cup of tea anymore, that's always okay. I don't want people watching content or feeling pressured to watch content just to support a creator. It's not something I love this channel. I love what I can do with it, but it's here for fun. It's here for a passion project. And I understand that some people can feel pressured in that way. So I just wanted to talk about that. I'm going to switch over to my mage. This map should be pretty easy. I'm going to be honest. It's mostly going to be a good yapping opportunity for me. I think I'm mostly just setting up lightning towers in a line. They're kind of getting... I do more here. I guess I can. This is like... I can't do any up here, which is kind of awkward. What if I just do them in a different location at this point? Like, at this point, it might be better to put them... I can put them in the middle, honestly. Because I put them back, if I put them like back here, they're not gonna be able to reach over to this area as much. The AoE range is pretty large, but you get what I'm saying. Let's go ahead and do this. We still have 51 out of 100 defense units. That's looking quite good. Can I build a deadly strike tower here? Could I get I don't know if I'll be able to get a, what's it called on that? A boost beam, but I'm gonna try. Do the same thing over here. I really, really like that the deadly strike towers. Actually, I always forget this. This is the new strat. Well, it's new to me, not new to anybody good at the game. You can actually, yeah. So you can place a boost beam in between the towers like this. This is so sick. So I can actually place these right here up in front. Switch over to the Series EV really quick, which is worth to do. Let's go do that, and then go ahead, head back over. And then build the, let me see if I can get did I actually get it right? I don't know if that's the right tower. Tower buff beam, okay. So I should be able to put it here in the middle, keep it before units, and yep, both are effective. That's so good. That is like, so simple, yet so good to know. I just didn't know that for a very long time, which is funny. I'm gonna hop on the Hermit as well, and I think go ahead and, I almost want to build the Forest Golem here. I don't know if that's super worth it. I really like him as a wall here. How many defense units does he cost? I feel like he actually kind of works perfect for this map, since everything is so in this like middle area. I feel like this actually works out really well. I feel like they're able to defend these two sections, and I want to learn a little more about them. Plus visually, they're just sick, dude. The Hermit feels, from my very casual understanding, pretty broken, but and I'm usually not a fan of, I don't like when games add like a new thing and it's super broken, overpowered, power creep. Like, I kind of like I like it fitting in as like an interesting niche. I guess examples of game design that could include this. Things like League of Legends. League of Legends is big about, oh, every new character must be broken. Every new character must be the new hottest thing, 50 dashes. Everything has a 3 auto proc, like Vayne's passive used to be like, you know, that was her thing, etc., etc. When Fairy type was introduced in Pokemon, it's like, oh, okay, well, now it's like the strongest type in the game. That's kind of lame, right? I know dragons needed to be nerfed, but Jesus. And then what else? But I think good examples of niche stuff are things like the kind of niche example, but if you play old school RuneScape, you'll know the Dragon Hunter crossbow in old school RuneScape. Now, I haven't played OSRS in a long time, so maybe it's out of meta, maybe things have changed, but the Dragon Hunter crossbow was really interesting because it was a new item that was best in slot at certain activities, but it's a Dragon Hunter crossbow. It was designed to hunt dragons. So it was best in slot while doing certain like dragon fights. Like you couldn't, not in the wilderness though, because you wouldn't want to risk it, like unless you, whatever, right? But it's cool because I think having niche items like that really represent a best in slot somewhere, but not constantly power creeping overall general stats, right? I think that is super, super, super important. Doing pretty well here. Let me make sure I have my, okay. This is my upgrade key. Keybinds got reset again. I know people hate hearing me complain about the keybinds. I kind of just don't mention it nowadays because, which is I understand. So actually, I know all my keybinds, guys. Don't worry. I know all of them, true and real. You will not see me misclick in this video. I'm gonna go just spam around upgrades. I actually have so many more defense units left. I just realized. Wow. I'm gonna put a spider at each section, and then I don't even know, a mage at each section, and then maybe like archers up here, I guess. I guess. Sure. Honestly, at this pace, I think I'm going to go ahead and just jump into this next wave since I have so many, like, I'm not going to lose this wave ever, I feel like. I have so many towers set up. I think this is going to become a time war once it, well, there's no, there's no reason to rush aside from IRL reasons. And it's a Saturday. I'm mostly chilling, so no reason to really care, but kind of just hanging out. I think this is just survival games are just long. If you played survival enough, you know this. Like I feel like if you speed run survival, I mean, I'm sure there's much better players who could do it much faster, but I think the average player, if you're speed running a survival from like wave 1 to 25 or whatever, it's gonna be like 2 hours. Like, and that's if you like maybe like an hour and a half, or like that's if you speed run it, right? That's like as fast as possible, blasting through every wave. Okay, well, that's at least a minimum of 2 hours to lock in for this kind of challenge. Alrighty, there is that wave complete. 5 out of 25. Summoning my last archer minion, I believe. I'm going to go ahead and just switch over to, I guess, my barbarian, just to get mana and then put it into towers. And then I am going to go ahead and get out all my other characters. So we're going to go ahead and put the effort in here to summon everybody out just for passive XP over the next 25 waves or so. Alright, just in case you were curious, here is the full build. I've got archers at each little walkway corner because minions can get through these. So there's 2 there, 3 there, 2 there, 3 there, I believe 3 there, and then 2 or 3, 2 over here. So we've got those corners kind of walled off. I just realized I don't really have any archers here, which I arguably might want, because at some point things are going to be able to come and just kind of attack these lightning towers. I'm going to take care of that really quick. All right, there we go. Much better. Definitely more of a, like, just better safe than sorry sort of situation, because I didn't want to be the guy who lost on this map just because I was too lazy to build these 4 archers. Also, look at this nice little visual of this whole build here. But anyways, back to the build. I have those corner archers. I have a few archers here in the center sections to guard off anything from the main hallways. I've got the lightning towers, 1, 2, 3 over there with a tower buff beam, 1, 2, 3 over here with a tower buff beam, as well as a deadly strike tower looking in each direction. I've got the hermit golems, 1 each looking in both of these directions. I've got a spider on each section, and then strength drain and ensnare aura traps. I think that's everything. I'm gonna go ahead and just what I call now from here on out, do the pump and dump strategy, which is essentially pumping a bunch of damage into things and trying to dump out as much mana as possible, putting it into upgrades, trying to upgrade things as quick as possible while like not like just getting full on mana and losing out on that potential. We're also already getting a fair amount of mythical drops. I don't expect anything crazy on these early waves, but once we get to the later waves, I think I'm going to be pleasantly impressed, like I talked about, with the amount of XP and like mana that I'll actually be able to get from a lot of this. Without further ado, let's go to jump into wave 6 out of 25. We got a long way to go, so let's get trucking. Wave 6 is complete. Wave 7 is happening. The chests are spawning, but I am jumping back into the next wave before I could even pick up all the ground mana. That's okay. I'm okay with sacrificing that. I feel like I have plenty of damage, plenty of resources. I honestly just have to speed through this. But Retro Pet, there's no in-game timer. Why do you have to speed through it? I don't know, bro. I just have these social pressures of progress, okay? I have other things to do. Another wave complete. There we go. 7 out of 25. Going through pretty fast. I'm surprised how much damage we can get out. I think because the openings, like the minion spawns, are so close to the center, these waves do actually go a lot faster than your average survival. I also went ahead and got my first 3-star tower buff beam over here. Next up is trying to 3-star this, which I think I should be able to right now. Getting those tower buff beams 3-starred immediately is the best effectiveness for your mana in terms of your tower upgrades. Here comes the end of wave 8 here in a quick sec, and now I'm wondering like how fast this could have been if I like tried to speedrun it. Maybe I'm copium and it's just because these early waves are much faster, but this map feels so much faster than other survival maps. Well, unless something gets stuck, where is there? There's a wyvern. I think, yeah, there's a wyvern, a purple wyvern you can see in the wall over here, it seems like. Let's go. Oh, never mind. He got unstuck. There we go. Taken care of, easy peasy. But yeah, no, this feels way faster than your average survival map. I'm curious if I started from the beginning, how fast I could have made this. But now I might as well try from here on out. So we'll see. It is currently 10:20 a.m. at the time of this clip. Let's see what it is by the time we end. If we could beat this in the next 40 minutes before 11 a.m., I would be thoroughly impressed. I don't think that's what's going to happen, but that's the goal. That would be extremely impressive. No issues at all so far, just minions being dropped from miles away. Chilling with this forest golem as wave 9 comes to an end here pretty quickly. 1 minion left. Is he stuck again? What's going on? What's happening here? Where's the last fella? Yep, a wyvern. Just off in the distance, just flying around, just chilling. I mean, that's fine. Here comes wave 10, which is the first difficulty spike that we have to be aware of. It's possible that with a few of these difficulty spikes, these archers will start getting pressured down or taken out. So I will have to keep an eye on those guys or any sort of frail targets that are just on the border of the aura stack. So for example, like these guys, like I don't know, there's a lot of minions that are going to hit these guys that won't necessarily be in the aura stack, so they won't be getting their strength drained, so they'll do a lot more damage. Something to super watch out for. I'm gonna go ahead and pump upgrades into more of these lightning towers over here. There is the end of the difficulty spike wave, and obviously this difficulty spike wasn't too much so far. Into wave 11, we venture forward. 2,700 minions coming in already, by the way, by wave 11. That is pretty wild. 3,260 minions were defeated in wave 12, and a level up is achieved. Heading into wave 13, I'm going to take care of my level up first. I kind of just want to pump this straight into, maybe I should start doing Hawk Stance at some point. People always tell me Hawk Stance is the main reason to have the Barbarian. Putting level ups into Hawk Stance, I would guess, is probably pretty good. I'm going to start doing that. I really needed it for the recent map I did, and I just was not doing enough damage with it, so that was kind of a bummer. So maybe we'll start putting some love into that. I also think my turtle stance is glitched. As you can see, I have a little turtle logo below my feet, but my turtle stance is currently not active. Maybe there's something I'm missing, or maybe I don't know what caused that, but I think that might be a slight just visual bug. Another wave complete, 13 out of 25 done. They are getting a bit longer, I'm not going to lie. I don't know if it's a mixture. It's probably just a mixture of the HP increases as well as the amount of minions. The amount of minions coming in is ridiculous with this many characters on the map at once. 4,151, 4,100 minions coming in on wave 14. We've got a long way to go, fellas, and I can feel those 4 hours of sleep weighing on me, but who cares? We've got dungeons to defend. Difficulty spike number 2 is coming up with wave 15. The enemy count, I just realized, actually went down. We went from 4,100 minions in the last wave to now 3,800. I don't know why. I assume it's just a difficulty adjustment because these will be much more challenging. That's my best guess. I don't know if I've ever noticed that before in live time. All right, here we are jumping into wave 15. Let's see how it goes. This is a second difficulty spike. Some towers are now taking some chip damage. Really trying to keep a better eye on things from this point forward. as well as popping off some heals on some of my auras, as you can see. I mean, the auras just get drained out over time. That makes sense. That's going to happen. No matter how many stars of level ups you have into those, they'll always get drained. That only makes sense. I'm going to see what's going on. Everything looks like it's getting taken care of pretty well. Things are dying at the door still, so looking like no worries. After this difficulty spike, I am getting significantly more mana in this wave to where it's like super noticeable, which is really cool to see. So I am actually getting much closer to 3-star leveling up everything on the map. It's kind of shocking how noticeable the mana jump is with the minion difficulty increase. We're kind of in danger of death here. 52,000 HP out of 200k, so down to 25% of my total HP there. Little scary. One spider web is all it takes sometimes. Even when like this map is pretty easy for me to defeat, I can still get out of place, fuck up my placement and my positioning, and get killed for it. There we go. There is that wave complete. 15 out of 25. Look at all this beautiful man on the ground. A nice little extra 3-star upgrade here. A lot of these archers are reaching that point. There's probably only a few more towers on the map that need the 3-star. This archer, so that is 1, 2, the spider here, 3, 4, 5, I think, from all the archers here. 6. Let's keep counting. So 6 total I've counted. I think that's it. 6 more towers and we're fully upgraded. And that's when the real Dungeon Defenders experience begins. And what I mean by that is all tabbing out and doing something else while the wave plays out. Alrighty, it's wave 16 time. Let's go ahead and jump into it. A little bit of mana away from completing all the towers. Alright, here it is. Still near the beginning of wave 16. I believe we'll double check. I think that's the last upgrade. Oh, there's one more. I can't count. Who would have thought? Here it is, the final upgrade. Does it mean much? Will it make or break my success on this map? No, not at all, but it's fun. Here is the end of wave 16. About 9 more to go. Now, this is about where I reach the AFK and chill time, so there's probably going to be a lot less clips from this point forward, unless there's something super interesting to say. I'm probably going to go ahead and take the time to, yeah, I got 52 million mana. Well, probably times 4, so like 200 million mana that wave. So from consuming all the items on the ground, it actually is probably worth it to go open all these chests. So I'm just going to start the wave, open all the chests, and I don't know, maybe watch some YouTube. And I feel like I say this every time, but in all honesty, this is kind of what I'm here for. I like this kind of gameplay a ton. Some may find it silly. Why do you like not even playing the game? I feel like it's the reward aspect of making it to this point, actually surviving, setting up your towers, building your characters in a tower-oriented way. Like, it's all these specific things that allow you to be able to do this, and I think unlocking this ability is kind of like a reward. You could even play more efficiently and do things quicker, or do things more effectively. I like having the option of playing a game hyper efficiently and hyper effectively with high effort, or just kind of AFKing. Once again, massive design reasons in terms of games of why I like RuneScape so much. Alright, I'm about to head into wave 19, but this is a point where it is actually worth / notable to go ahead and hop over to my summoner as my main character. Since everything is upgraded, I don't need to run around and smash things and get more. Why is it so dark? What? Is this bugged? Huh. I'm getting some weird visual bugs. Is this because, is this similar to the turtle stance bug? I don't think it's supposed to be like this. I don't think I'm supposed to have this much of a shadow. Yeah, I feel like this character, weird. Anyways, it's kind of edgy. It's kind of cool. Interesting, whatever. Anyways, yeah, so I want to have my summoner out so I can go ahead and pop off flash heals whenever I need to. That's about it. I'm going to go ahead and jump into this next wave. I probably do want to phase out here, actually. Let's pop these chests and then phase out on the summoner so we can safely just pop flash heals. Ooh, is that a piece of Transcendent? Oh, didn't expect that. But I think I'm weirdly at that point where I don't really care about Transcendent that much anymore, which is kind of funny. Kind of a funny, it feels like just yesterday I was like so hyped over my first piece. That was probably one of my favorite just arcs in Dungeon Defenders, was getting Transcendent for the first time. That just, it felt so good. Felt so amazing. Playing that one map, looking back, I really, I can't remember what it's called now. Very small, like kind of castle dungeon type map. It was just a blast. I think that was some of the most fun I've had in Dungeon Defenders, to be totally honest. But let's go ahead and jump into this next wave. I'll see you guys very soon. Wave 19 has been conquered, and it's now time for the final difficulty increase / difficulty spike. I don't think that there is a difficulty spike at the final wave, wave 20, but I could be wrong. I'm trying to... let's phase in. There we go. I'm trying to phase in here. Did some weird visual bugs, so it's tough to tell what's going on. I'm going to go pick up all the chests, and we're going to jump into wave 20 together here, since it will be a difficulty spike. Alrighty, there we go. That should be everything taken care of. 145 pieces of mythical on the ground. 5 million XP gained on my summoner so far. 10 million on my adept slash mage. 6 million on my, what is that, my series EV? Yeah, 6 million on series EV. And then 5 million or so on my squire, who's just hanging out because I like my squire, okay? I would like for my squire to possibly be the first character I get to level 100, but we'll see how that plays out. I'm going to phase out really quick. And then I'm going to go ahead and jump into this final wave. Let's see what this looks like. I'm going to show you guys just what the combat looks like here for a quick sec. If everything is safe and okay, I'll probably just see you guys towards the end of this challenge. But if things look a little scary, how much HP do these guys have now at this point? I couldn't even see total HP before they died. I can't imagine this will be a problem. I'll see you guys with the victory screen. Alrighty, it is finally time. We are heading into the final wave here. Wave 25 out of 25. Been a fun time. It's been a blast. It's always good to appreciate when you play these maps, like finish a map on survival, because odds are I won't play this map arguably ever again, or not for an extremely long time, right? Or for some sort of challenge, etc. So like, I don't see myself playing the throne room in a super long time. So it's always good to sort of look around, really see the map. I've spent a fair, about a bit of my time here over the years, but it's always good to appreciate like the stained glass and such and all the details. The Dungeon Defenders maps always felt so full to me in terms of the details. Like even up on the walls and such, high on the walls, you can see little like pieces of art and little bright, colorful gems and such. Like they didn't have to add those. It could have just been a blank roof that was just for personal touch and flair and just to make the map feel a little more full. The chairs over here with the tables and such and all the food laid out, they didn't have to do all that. Obviously the thrones over here they probably had to do. It's called the throne room. You better have some thrones. This one makes sense. But that's all the chests open. Everything needed to be taken care of to my understanding. I'm going to go ahead and phase out really quick for safety purposes and then jump into the final wave here. It's been a blast, Throne Room. Thanks for being so fun. Thanks for being one of the maps I needed to defeat and take care of during my all survival maps completed run. And I'll be seeing you later soon, dude. Alrighty, there it is. The victory. 4 more giraffe on a treadmills received. Tons of XP. Tons of progress, and most importantly, just progress towards beating every single survival map on Nightmare difficulty to get that Transcendent Survivalist achievement. That's what I want the most in Dungeon Defenders. 8 million XP across 3 different characters or so, and then 15 million gained on the Adept. That's pretty crazy. Not too many level ups, but that's okay. Just solid, good progress is all you need sometimes. There's a little a mask vanity over here I'm going to go check out just to see what's going on. I like to check those when possible. They are kind of rare-ish. This one doesn't seem actually that good, though. It is named the Amazing Writing Q? Quill? It is Quill, I think. So there we go. That's it for today's challenge, today's progress, today's dungeon defended. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you had fun. Hope you defended your own dungeons while watching. If you did, leave a like on the video. Dislike if you don't feel like it. That's okay. Subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys later. Peace, Sereno. Hey, what's up? Petrowski here, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching until the very end of the video. That means the world to me, and if your name is listed here, that means you went above and beyond and supported the channel financially, which allows me to even be here and have the time to do this. So thank you so very much.